What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 in my Hardcore Mystic series. We're still here in Chaos 6. We're at a 4,400 champion score. We need to get to 5,300 to unlock Chaos 7. So we're going to have to just burn through a few Chaos 6 maps here. And for this one, we are, like I said, Dragonfall Bazaar. One of the easier grinder maps for sure. And let's see, how do we want to do this? Once again, we got Chaos 6 is all about the Hex Thrower. So we want to build in a way where, you know, our defenses are not going to be being completely disabled, basically, or destroyed by the Hex Throwers. Let's go something like that. I'm going to throw another one kind of up over here, just kind of as a last resort. We'll give it a Serpent's Coil as well. Back here on the back side, we've got plenty of upfront killing opportunities, so no real big deal. I'm going to hide the walls kind of right over here. So there is a target there for Hex Throwers to throw at. However, hopefully, they're dead long before they get to any of that stuff. So let's go ahead and build it here. How do we want to do it? You know what? We can just probably double dip on our pylons. Let's get like 3 down like that. We'll go with 3 kind of like that. And then see if we can't sneak a pylon in the middle here somewhere. Of course not. Let's see. Let's get our pylons down, and then we'll worry about that other snake. Actually, you know what? We can just put it right there. It's still going to be in pylon range. Alright, we still got a ton of DU left. So, what do we want to do? Well, it's all about the upfront killing. So, let's just get more and more upfront killing power in. And, see how it turns out. I'm actually kind of tempted to just go right up front with some stuff here, too. I think that it's going to get dive bombed by those flyers. But I think it's worth a shot anyway. Let's go something like that. We've got all of that stuff. 200 DU left, and I'm not really sure what I want to do with it here. I mean, we could, on that same note, we could throw in some kind of decoys over here for the flyers. Give them something to dive bomb into, and hopefully keep them away from the main stack. Actually seems a little bit ridiculous there, but let's see what we got. We got no last resort here. So what we can do there is just go something like that, just to get some kind of last resort down for anything that leaks. And then 40 left. I don't think we have to really worry too much about it. I can tell you what we can do is throw a couple of snaking sands in right up front on that lane. Now we've got 300 mana left over. We're going to dump all of it into our obelisk. And let's just let it fly and see how it goes. I think for this one, it should be relatively smooth. There's, you know, this one's got long straight lanes that the Hex Throwers will be able to throw down. But let's see how it goes. The flyers are rolling through. They all got burned out on that side. We do have a dive bomber coming in over on this side. So let's see what happens there. Not going to intervene with it. Okay, it just got wrecked. I think it depends on how many ground targets there are at the time. You know, if our snakes can get distracted by a bunch of ground targets, they certainly will. So far, looking pretty good, though. Thinking a few upgrades will go a long way. I think for this one, we'll just do even upgrades around, as, you know, pretty much everything we've got here can benefit from a little something. So let's start over here. We'll go to these. I'm not going to worry about the last resorts. But these up-front killing machines, they can certainly use a little bit of love here. There we go. That's looking pretty decent. Let's just let it fly. So we got some upgrades in, shy of mini bosses. The regular ground mobs should just die more faster. Hopefully. We'll find out here. None of these defenses that I kind of threw in up front places are taking any damage, so that is a positive for certain. Yeah, see, Hexter are sniping from way over there. Any angle they can get, they're going to take it. We got more coming out here. I would assume that this wall will probably get destroyed. As you see, it's just taking shots. Alright, we got an ogre all the way over on the far lane here. Looks like it's just getting brutalized, though. Just the sneakiest little angle, and the Hex Thrower will take that. No doubt. Let's go and hit this one again, since it's kind of the shortest lane. In fact, let's just slam everything in right there, and let it fly again here. They're getting shots off, and they're not actually even coming out of the spawn. It makes me wonder, the Gobu Boom is the only thing hitting those things. You see the big explosions going off. I think I'm going to move that wall. Get the Hex Throwers to come out a little bit more. Let's put it over here. We got a Stone Wolf and a Cannon Ogre. Assassins doing assassiny things, and Game doing DD2 things. Not really sure what happened there, but something went a little bad with the performance there. Luckily, we didn't lose anything. Alright, so we moved that over. Probably don't need that upgrade on it. That should get the Hex Throwers to at least come outside of the spawn a little ways. Let's check it out now and see how it's going to go here. Yeah, man, the Gobu Boom just puts in work. It's a shame it falls off so hard in the end game, but early game, it is just really something special. It just gets the job done. Ooh, we took Hex Thrower shots here. I can see the Hex on them. Nothing took damage, though, did it? Or that front one did. Oh, you know what? Are they trying to throw at the wall? We're going to have to watch as more of those come out. Captain is down. The Siege Roller's going to take a moment. Looks like he's out far enough. Alright, and Siege Roller down. So pretty smooth sailing for most of it. We've got that little Hex Thrower issue up here. This is one of the biggest reasons why the EV is such a powerful addition to your arsenal. And it's why so many people suggest the EV early, or one of the first heroes you would get, as it just directly counters one of the chaos mobs altogether, and then additionally directly counters every range mob in the game. So Reflect beams for the win. Of course, if you don't have the EV, you can use the arcane barrier, and that does really, really well with absorbent projectiles now. We took a bunch, we definitely took shots up here. I can't tell if the, you know what, it looks like the Hex Thrower is trying to throw at that wall. So the Hex Thrower is trying to throw at this. You know what, let's get rid of this assassin first. Looks like the Stone Wolf is getting beat down. Getting snaked up. Oh, there we go. They both popped at the same time. I'm thinking the answer to that would be to do something like this. You'd still be providing the aggro, but the Hex Throwers would not be able to throw from right inside of the spawn there. They'd have to come out a little bit to throw at that target. So, yeah, like I said, I think that the Hex Throwers were trying to hit the wall, and it was just exploding here and cursing those defenses. But anyway, let's auto-loot everything up and head out to Tavern and see what kind of upgrades we got. You see we're 2 of 10 now. We do have a 3 of 10 helmet, so we're slowly creeping up there in the upgrade levels on the gear. Of course, we can spend some of our crafting materials too, but I am going to avoid all of that business. But let's go ahead and hop on out to Tavern and see what that did for us. All right, and here we go. Let's take a look at the shards. We got Call of the Kobold. That's not going to help us out. And we got Enhanced Poison. That's not going to help us out either. Taking a look through, didn't get any exceptional mod drops. So let's see, we're at 4,400. 4,540. So that took us up, what, like 140 points-ish? So definitely a little bit of a larger gain. We're getting there. We got to get to 5,300. So we still got several maps to run to get through this tier and get Chaos 7 unlocked. Now, of course, as always, we can always jump in and try out a survival and see how well the survival does. I don't think the Mystic is going to perform incredibly well in survival by herself. One of the super powerful things about using the Mystic in survival is buffing the snakes. But we don't have buff beams, we don't have boost auras, and we don't have an initiate. So we're going to lose just a tremendous amount of power on using those snakes in survival. But anyway, that will get it for now, though. Thanks an absolute ton. Hopefully everyone's having a great week, and I will see you soon. Take it easy, y'all.